Hello, everyone. My name is Shige Higashi. I'm editor of Cultural News. This is Cultural News. Los Angeles has many Japanese cultural institutes and museums which present Japanese art exhibitions and Japanese cultural programs. Last 20 years, I'm publishing monthly culture news to provide articles about these Japanese cultural events and art exhibition, mainly in Southern California, and recently my coverage expanded into San Diego, not only San Diego, Detroit and New York. So today I like to introduce the May issue of the Culture News right here. So May 1920th issues is just published. On the page 1, we have 2 articles about Manzanar concentration camp and Madame Butterflies. And Manzanar concentration camp, during the wartime, there were 10 locations of the concentration camp of the Japanese Americans in the U.S. So Manzanar was one of the 10 camps. And only in these locations, more than 10,000 Japanese and Japanese American people were forced to live there for several years. So every year, at the end of the April, the Japanese people get together at Manzanas, and this event is called Manzanar Pilgrimage. And this year's the Manzanar Pilgrimage was happened on April 27th. And one of our friends, Los Angeles professional photographer, Michael Helms, went there to capture the scenes. And this photo was taken by the Michael Helms. And along with Michael's photos, families attending the Manzanar pilgrimage at the cemetery site. Along with these photos, we have the article about Manzanar's programs, exhibitions and programs provided by Manzanar National Historic Site. This is a part of the National Park Service. And the other side of the page 1 is Madame Butterflies. Madame Butterflies was written by Puccini in Italian language. However, the story was set at Nagasaki in Japan, and no characters of this story spoke in Italian language. There were Cho-Cho-san, a Japanese character, supposed to speak in Japanese, and American character, U.S. Naval Officer Pinkerton, supposed to speak in English. And Pacific Opera Project challenged very unique scenarios. Japanese characters sings in Japanese and American character sings in English. So this Madame Butterfly's production was presented in the April in Los Angeles. And also later in April, this production went to Houston. So Culture News received a lot of Madame Butterfly photo from Pacific Opera Project. And we also print Madame Butterfly's photo on the page 2. And there are beautiful kimonos. And those kimonos were provided by SK Kimono with consultation with the help of the kimono specialist Sueko Oshimoto and Kentaro Terauchi. And the article under the Madame Butterfly is about major exhibition at major museums in the US. Japan Foundation is sending the major exhibition Animal in Japanese Art to National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles County Museum of Art in this years. This is really important exhibitions. Don't miss it and watch it. And page 3 article about Japan House, Los Angeles. Japan House are created 3 locations in London, Sao Paulo, and Los Angeles. So Los Angeles Japan House always presenting contemporary art exhibitions. Currently, Japan House is exhibiting contemporary ceramic art exhibitions, and this is really good. And this exhibition borrowed from more than the 6 artwork from San Diego collector Gordon Broodforders. And this exhibition is curated by Horace Goodhouse of Los Angeles County Museum of Art. She is a Japanese art curator of the LACMA. This is Horace and this is Gordon's. So this is very good exhibitions, and I strongly recommend to see it. Page 4, there is another photo of the wartime concentration camp. But this is not Manzanar, this is about Heart Mountain, Wyoming. So surprisingly, during the wartime, the camera were allowed to bring in, and Japanese Americans, his name is Bill, what's his name? Just a moment. Yes, Bill Mambo doesn't like Japanese, but I check it. He is a Japanese. Bill Mambo took the color photos of the life in the Manzanas right here. And the other side of the newspaper, page 5, which also feature wartime relocation related stories. The Norman Mineta, he is a very famous politician. He was Secretary of Commerce at Clinton administrations, and he was Secretary of Transportations at Bush administrations, and he faced 9/11 terrorist attacks. So this famous person was also in concentration camp during the wartime. He was in Hot Mountains, Wyoming. So his documentaries, Norman Mineta, His Legacies, and American Stories, were produced by San Francisco and Los Angeles producers and will be aired on the PBS nationally very soon. And the other article is about his biographies. But this biography is written for the children's. So Enemy Children's is the title of his biographies. And on the same page, we have the announcement from California State University Dominguez Hills libraries. The Dominguez Hills libraries and other library in the California State University systems are conducting Japanese Americans digitization project. They are collecting historical record, including rare photos and any artifact, and they preserve it in their library, and at the same time they make a copy of these document and put into the computer file and make it available. So California State University Dominguez Hills is asking the public to donate their document to the libraries. And page 6 has a lot of the event announcement. This is Begin from the Japan. The originally Begin came from the Ishigaki Island in Okinawa. They are going to have the first major concert in U.S. main island at Redondo Beach Performing Arts Centers. And this concert is presented by Okinawa Association of America as a program of the Okinawa Association's Super Centennial event, which means the 110th anniversary event. And the other side of the same page is Makoto Taiko's concert. Makoto Taiko is based in Pasadena, and they present annual concert, and this is the 20th concert, and with the title of the Momentums. Makoto Taiko's concert will be held at the Arcadia Performing Arts Centers. And on the bottom of the page, there is Bando Hidesomi Sensei. She is very famous Japanese classical dance performers, and also she's really good teachers. She's been teaching the Nihonbuyo, Japanese classical dance, more than 20 years in Los Angeles, and this time her student will present showcase. And this student recital will be held at Pasadena. And this is Arizona event. The taiko player Ken Koshio live in Phoenix, Arizona. He present annually Taiko Extravaganza, really big stage show in Phoenix areas. So this year he will present Taiko Extravaganza at the Scottsdale Center for Performing Arts. And page 7, this is another Manzanar photo took by Michael Helms. And more than 2,000 people get together at Manzanar on April 27th for Manzanar pilgrimage. And during the weekend of the Manzanar pilgrimage, not only the gatherings, but also Manzanar at Dusk programs, which is intergenerational discussions organized by university students. And also they had book talk by University of California professor Duncan Williams. He recently published a book about Japanese Buddhist experience during the World War II. So in the bottom of the page 7, there is an article about another Taiko event. This is by Tycho Project, and their annual rhythmic relations concert will be held at famous Ford Theater in Hollywood too. And page 8, we have a full page article about Japanese print exhibition in San Francisco. So Asian Art Museum in San Francisco present tattoo in Japanese print. And those print will come from Boston's the Museum of Fine Art. So all wood block print features something with tattoos. And during the same duration of the tattoo exhibitions at San Francisco's Asian Art Museums, they are going to have bamboo sculpture exhibitions. So these bamboo sculptures will be created by famous bamboo sculptor from Japan. He is Tanabe Chikunsai IV. He will come from Sakai, Osaka, and with his apprentice, he will create a huge bamboo sculpture which is called Connections in the gallery of the Asian Art Museums. This must be interesting, the sculpture too. So I explain about 8 pages of the culture news May issues. Oh, and I like to introduce one more thing. Look at it. So from May issues, I put Japanese name of era, Reiwa, besides the Western years. So May 2019-Reiwa 1 is a new format of the culture news of the top pages. So this Japanese calendar system started incredibly 645, 7th centuries, long time ago in Japan. And Japan has new emperors on May 1st. And the Japanese government officially changed the name of the era from May 1st. So I respect this Japanese systems and traditions. We decided to print Reiwa on the top of the newspapers. So culture news is promoting and encourage people to learn Japanese culture and Japanese art. And the culture news does not sell any advertisement. Culture news supported by your subscriptions. So culture news subscription is $36 per year for 12 issues. And from this website, culturenews.com, you may pay or you may find the address to send your check, then to start your subscriptions. So Culture News is seeking 1,000 subscribers right now. So please help us to grow our subscription to 1,000. My name is Shige Higashi, editor of Culture News. So this is end of my report, and see you next time.